And we are back. Welcome to my predictions for the upcoming playoff finals. Either the best or the worst weekend of the season, depending on what side of the scoreline your side falls on. Promotion is on the line in all three Football League divisions this weekend, and we're going to do a prediction for each of them in chronological order. We'll do the Championship, then League 2, then League 1, as that is how they have been put out over the course of this weekend. And if you are one of the fans lucky enough to be making your way to Wembley this weekend, I wish you the best of luck. I will be there supporting Luton Town, as you can see. And yeah, before we get into it, as always, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's just get straight into it. And we start with today's game, the Championship playoff final between Coventry City and Luton Town, with promotion to the Premier League on the line. And whatever team gets promoted, it's an incredible story. You've got Luton Town. Obviously, I know a lot more about them. It's my family's club. I know that I do support Manchester United the main time, but when it suits me, I will support Luton as well. And today is one of those times. Look, Luton Town have been essentially abused by the FA over the last couple of decades, and it'd be an incredible achievement for them to come all the way from the conference up to the Premier League in the space of 10 years. On the flip side, you're looking at a Coventry team that almost ceased to exist just 2 years ago. They didn't have a ground. They still don't own the ground that they play in now. So as much as promotion to the Premier League would be a hell of an achievement, I think for both sides, it's just more about the revenue that will come in from achieving the promotion. So whatever team gets promoted, it's an unbelievable story. I'm, of course, hoping it's going to be Luton Town. But do I think it's going to be Luton Town? Now, I think this is a very, very, very tight game to call. This is two sides that have very similar styles of play, both really defensively solid, dangerous on set pieces. It just comes down to a couple of key players on either side. I think whichever team prevails in that area of the pitch is going to determine who wins this game. I could easily see this game going to extra time or even as far as penalties, and it would not surprise me one bit if that were to happen. For Coventry, it's all about Hamer and Gyökeres. For Luton Town, it's probably about how well Marvelous Nakamba can handle the midfield area, and if the likes of Lockyer can keep Gyökeres quiet and then maybe nick a goal from a set play at the other end of the pitch. And like I said, I could see this going to extra time or penalties, potentially 0-0 all the way through. But as you all know, I hate doing 0-0 predictions. So I'm going to be a little bit biased, but also lean towards the side that are currently the favourites going into this game. And I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Luton Town. Now, we don't know how much just general pressure comes into a game like this. Luton Town play in front of 9,000 fans at Kenilworth Road. There is going to be at least 40,000 Luton fans at their end of the ground. And to my understanding, Coventry have sold out their end as well. So there's going to be 80,000 fans inside Wembley. It's a hell of an occasion. Are either team prepared for this level of occasion? It remains to be seen. So I've gone for 1-0 based off of what it would be if this was just a normal league game in front of 10 to 20,000 fans in a neutral venue. So with all this on the line, all chaos could break loose. But I think, and I hope and I pray that Luton Town will just have the edge in this one. And I'm going to go for 1-0 to Luton in the Championship playoff final, which will see them into the Premier League for next season, where I'll still be supporting Man United, don't get me wrong, but obviously I do have a soft spot for Luton Town. They are my family's club, and I wish them all the best. On to tomorrow's game, which is the League 2 playoff final between Carlisle United and Stockport County. The side that finished third in the league against the side that finished fourth in the league. It's the sort of playoff final you want to see. I'm not a fan of the sides finishing 7th or 6th, getting into the playoff final and then eventually winning it. So good to see that this is at least a third against fourth. And I think it's going to be a really fun game, this one, where I thought today's game is going to be a really tight affair with both defences really coming out on top. This is two sides that are very free scoring. You can see that from the previous playoff semi-final results. Stockport scoring 5 against Salford in the second leg. For example, the 2 games between these 2 sides this season have yielded an awful lot of goals as well. So I think it's going to be a fun game. I think it's just going to come down to which side scores the most. I know that sounds like a bit of a Michael Owen quote because, of course, the team that scores the most will go through. But I mean that in regards to the fact that I think both teams could end up scoring a lot of goals in this game. And then it will just come down to which one scores the most. I'm going to go for the team that has been the most on form this season. The one that has been the best over the course of the season in regards to these teams in the playoffs, and that is, of course, Stockport County. I'm going to go for 3-2. Like I say, I think this could be a really entertaining game. Probably going to be completely overshadowed and ignored because it's on at the same day as the final day of the Premier League. But I wish both sets of fans all the best of luck, as I've said at the start of the video, and we shall see what happens in that one. One more game to cover then, that is on Bank Holiday Monday, and that is, of course, the League One playoff final between Barnsley and Sheffield Wednesday. Now, Sheffield Wednesday were the greatest comeback in a second leg possibly ever. It's got to be up there with the Barcelona comeback against PSG. 4-0 down after the first leg, coming back to 4-4 in normal time to force extra time, going behind again, pulling it back again, and then winning it on penalties. Now, they're coming up against a Barnsley side, which are the only side to have beaten Sheffield Wednesday in the home and away games in the league this season, which is a hell of an achievement because Sheffield Wednesday were only a couple of points off of automatic promotion. We spoke about them when we did the semi-final predictions video. Sheffield Wednesday would have had enough points to get automatic promotion in the Championship and League 2, but they find themselves in the playoffs in League 1. And I've just had this feeling on Barnsley. I really do. Both sides got relegated together from the Championship last season, so both feel like they deserve to go back up to the Championship. And like I said, with Barnsley winning both games against Sheffield Wednesday in the Standard League season, I just think they've got that psychological edge over them. And as big as an achievement as that comeback was the other night, it's going to be so mentally draining for Sheffield Wednesday going into the game. I'm sure it's going to give them a whole host of confidence. It's going to give the fans the belief that they are invincible after that sort of comeback. But that's exactly the sort of reason why I think they're going to lose this game. So I'm going to go for 3-1 to Barnsley, which will, of course, mean that they get promoted back to the Championship and Sheffield Wednesday remain in League One. That will be it for these predictions. As always, let me know down in the comments your thoughts about the 3 games that are going to be taking place this weekend. Who do you want to see promoted to the relative leagues? And obviously let me know who you'll be backing in the Championship playoff final. I obviously want to know those thoughts as a partial Luton Town fan. Thank you very much for watching as always. Best of luck to all 6 teams taking part this weekend. And as I said, if you are making your way to Wembley, like myself, I hope you have a great day out. Thank you very much for watching once again. I'll be back tomorrow morning with my final fantasy football video for the Premier League this season.